Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is the G&G Podcast with your host, Gina, and co-host, Gino. How's everyone doing today?
I am doing A-okay.
Yeah, so I'm talking to everyone from the good old desert. He's down at the beach.
Yep.
And, we have a lot to talk about, so we'll get started here. We both see, I can't speak today. Both of us being big baseball fans, we wanted to get the show started with talking about the passing of the legendary Vin Scully, the Dodgers announcer. And he announced for what, 67 years? Do you know? 67
yeah, that's what this is. 67 years, a long time, huh?
He transcended generations. Mine, Gino, who I will say to everyone, this is my son, Gino, and he is 24, soon to be 25. We're not talking about mom's age, but I'm Generation X. Anyways, him and I both grew up listening. He's laughing. Yeah. He and I grew up listening to his broadcasts, and it was a really sad day in baseball to hear about his passing. What was it, 4 days ago now? It was 4 days ago.
Was it that long ago already?
It was. I think it was 4 days ago.
Yeah, about 4 days ago. Okay.
4 days ago. Yeah. Well, we happened to meet him when we went to Colorado when we saw the Dodgers play the Rockies when we were there visiting family. And it was a real treat. We happened to get Gino's little sister. I have a lovely 12-and-a-half-year-old, along with my 24-year-old son here. We were getting her stroller into the elevator, and it just happened that Vin Scully was announcing at the stadium, and he was going to get in there, and they were going to kick us out. I think the security was going to kick us out, which I didn't remember, but my husband did. He said they were going to try to kick us out, but Vin was like, no, let them ride. I thought that was very classy, and he's definitely, he's not like a rock star. He's like, oh yeah, get everyone on the elevator.
I mean, by the time of then, he was already an old man, so.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that would have been, let's see, that was 2011, so.
11 years ago?
Yeah, so
he would have been in his 80s still.
Yeah, he was in his 80s, so I guess you're right at that point, too. It's kind of like, whatever, right? But he was super nice, and I just wish I had gotten you in the picture. I don't have the picture to pull up on. I guess I could try to pull it up on my phone and show people. But I do remember it was like, why isn't Gino in this picture? And it was just, I was fumbling through my bag. Do you remember? I was fumbling through my bag.
Yeah, we were in a rush. I mean, it wasn't a long elevator ride or anything.
And I was so nervous, I think, to meet him. I was just like so nervous, and I didn't know what to do with myself. I'm like, oh my God. And
we also weren't expecting, it's not like it was planned, we just happened to be in the elevator with Vin Scully.
Yeah, before cell phones were good as they are now, so I grabbed the stupid camera. Like, who uses those little cameras anymore? Nobody. But it was a great pleasure to meet him. He was a fantastic man, and
I got the picture pulled up here. Hold on.
You got it?
On my phone.
Let's see. Oh, awesome! Yeah. So there he is. And there's Sophia when she was like 1. I think she was 15 months old. So. That was a great. Yeah, sorry, Gino's not in that picture. That's my bad. I should have just forced. Jump in, kid. Because you would have been about 13, I think, at the time. About 13. Yeah. Crazy, yeah. Yeah, we're all gonna miss him. He was a legend, but he did retire 6 years ago, like you were saying. So it's not like we had the pleasure of listening to him for the past 6 years. But definitely a legend, and definitely somebody that. I don't think anyone can compare to. I mean, the stories that he told, the facts that he had on the players.
I mean, he was the last of his kind is kind of how I look at it,
Yes, that's exactly how I would describe him, too. I agree with you. Exactly. Yeah, so, speaking of the Dodgers and baseball, what do you think of the playoff picture coming up here?
Well, I'm happy that both of our teams are looking quite strong. I mean, let's see. You got Houston in the American West. Boo. We don't like Houston.
Boo. Cheaters.
You got the Twinkies actually winning the Central right now. That's
no way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Take it or leave that. I'm not really paying too much attention. In the current wild card, you have Toronto, Seattle, Tampa, with the Orioles and the Guardians on the cusp there.
Hey. I don't know. The Orioles traded out some of their players before.
Oh, did they? They started selling some of them off?
Trey Mancini left.
Where did he go?
Oh, who just got him? Oh, you gotta look it up. I just had a brain fart.
Let's see. Trey Mancini, as I spell it incorrectly. The Houston Astros. Oh no.
Oh, yeah. That broke Bill's heart. He was not happy about that at all, because he's like saying how, speaking of the wild card hunt, how close they are, and he's like, why are they doing this right now? We still have, a chance, so I don't understand them unloading guys, at this particular point. But yeah, Yankees and Dodgers, our teams, we have a good shot of finally getting that matchup we've been dreaming about. Tell them, Gino. We've been talking about this for years.
Yeah.
This opportunity for the two to play. When was the last time they met up?
In the World Series?
Dodgers.
It had to have been the 80s, right?
Has to be. It has to go way back. I'm just like, I'm racking my brain because I can't remember. Was it like 1982?
Yeah, something like that. But I mean, that's the most, there's no two teams have met in the World Series more than the Yankees and the Dodgers.
True. That's why it would be such a beautiful thing. Let's hope it happens.
Speaking of the trade deadline, Mancini moving, let's see, trade deadline, MLB, see who else moved over. No, I don't want the glossary, I just want to see. Ranking the trade deadline deals, take a peek at this. Oh, the Padres got Juan Soto and Josh Bell. You know that Juan Soto kid from the Nationals, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they got Josh Bell for a pitcher and an infielder I'm not really familiar with. Luke Voit, who used to be on the Yankees.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And 3 prospects.
The Yankees traded, was it Gallo? I know the Dodgers.
Yeah, I saw he went somewhere, but...
Dodgers. Yeah, the Dodgers got him.
Oh, to the Dodgers, okay. Gallo himself was saying that New York was like hating on him because he was struggling and that they made him feel miserable or whatever because of how his performance was.
What is that people do that at jobs where, like, office jobs where they make someone so uncomfortable that they want to leave? It's kind of sounds like it did to him. They X'd him out.
Padres also get Josh Hader. Wow, Padres are going big, it seems like. Yankees acquire a couple pitchers for 4 prospects. I'm not familiar with these names. Braves get a pitcher from the Angels. Twins acquire a pitcher from the Orioles. Jorge Lopez. Yankees acquire a pitcher. Twins acquire Tyler Mahle for 3 prospects.
Oh,
Tyler Mahle. I played high school ball with that guy.
Baseball with him.
Going to the Twins. Astros acquired Trey Mancini. Yeah. Blue Jays get a couple of pitchers. Phillies get Noah Syndergaard and Brandon Marsh from Angels. Phillies acquire David Robertson from the Cubs.
Oh, interesting.
Also used to be on my team.
He needs a good pitcher.
Oh, hey, John. Thanks for that subscription. Nice to see you.
Awesome.
Yankees acquire Harrison Bader. Oh, for Jordan Montgomery. Okay. Braves acquired Jake Odorizzi from Astros for pitcher Will Smith. There's a lot of Will Smiths in baseball.
There are so many Will Smiths, I know.
Braves get Ravi Grossman. Red Sox acquire Eric Hosmer. Dodgers acquire pitcher Chris Martin for Zach McKinstry.
I remember McKinstry.
Dodgers acquire Gallo. Yeah. Red Sox get Tommy Pham, and that's the end of that article. So yeah, lots of movement, lots of action. Should be exciting second half of the season or end of the season.
Definitely. I'm looking forward. I'm jonesing now. This is like the part of the year where it gets exciting because it's like baseball, it's like, the fall. I love the fall. Baseball is like getting into playoff time. We got football preseason coming up, Exciting. Very, very exciting. Of course, I know you don't like talking about football because I know the Jets always disappoint you.
I don't care about talking about. I like talking about football. It doesn't matter how my team's doing.
That's true. Well, since Mom's had a few teams, right? It's kind of it's been the Packers though for how long I've been with your stepdad, right? Well, yeah. Almost. First few years were just me arguing with him because I was a Giants fan, but I grew up a Rams fan, which I know Rams fans are very happy. Actually,
of course.
Yeah, actually a great team these days. Your grandpa is happy. What happened?
I guess Cricket. That's the only way you can see me, huh? Is through the little screen. My bad.
So weird. Yeah. We're still. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We're still live, right?
Yeah.
Technical difficulties. It's our first show, people. Bear with us. Right, Gino?
Yeah, I mean, come on. You get what you see, or whatever.
What is?
Yeah. Well, I'm only on one monitor, so I'm very confined with space here.
Yeah, Gino's he's withdrawing right now, folks, because he's got one monitor. He's waiting for another one to arrive. So, meanwhile, his mom is from the 80s generation of very old school technology. So I had to have his 12-year-old sister help me set up. That was pretty funny. But that's
according to one of my viewers, John here, he says that I'm acting weirder than normal. Do you get that feeling, or?
Tell him because of your mom, because your mom's weird.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he can hear you, so.
Sorry, John. I must warn you that Gino is a lot mellower than I am. I'm a bit of the crazy, but so is his little sister, so she takes after me. Anyway, but she's not running around with stuffed animals right now. That's good. She's hiding out. So.
Well, speaking of her, there was a movie that she enjoyed that just came out, huh?
Yes, yeah, we were going to discuss some movies too. Rise of Gru. Are you going to discuss it, Sophia Rose? You want to talk about the film? You don't have to come on camera. She's so self-conscious. She's in her pajamas, folks. Just come talk, discuss. I'd like to hear your opinion. It's fun to. Don't be scared. Oh, she's scared. No. Did you see it, Gina?
I have not yet seen it. I want to see it.
What did you? You know, we should talk about the one you saw when we went down to Orange County to visit you. The one we took her.
Sonic, right? Yeah.
We should talk about Sonic, because Sonic is something you've seen too. Because you grew up in Sonic also, which is also interesting.
I don't know if I grew up on it, but it was definitely something that I played some of the games and stuff. Yeah, while I was growing up.
I played those games with him when he was like 6 or 7. I remembered that. They used to make me dizzy, like that car one. That one was crazy. That one would get all insane. But what'd you think of the film? How about Jim Carrey? I love him.
He's good. He plays a good character.
Yes, he is so good.
I thought it was a decent movie. I'm looking forward to the continued sequels because, the whole part of Sonic is that normally it takes place in much more fantasy setting, not like on Earth. So there being so many human characters is kind of weird, but it's not like they've never had human characters before in some of the animations. Like the one I was watching with Sophia that was on Netflix, I think. There's there's human characters in that little animation, so yeah. Yeah,
well, I'm looking forward to the third one because have a third one. They teased us with that ending. So
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just love me some Jim Carrey. In fact, you know what's funny? You would remember this movie. I watched with your sister recently, The Cable Guy. You remember The Cable Guy?
Larry the Cable Guy?
No, it was just called The Cable Guy with Jim Carrey. And
I
it
don't
was
think
from
I
the
saw that movie.
Oh, you got to watch that. I think you can get that on one of the. Yeah, The Cable really Guy. Funny. She thought it was really funny. But there's a couple really good scenes. Oh my gosh, the scene with like, you have to see is the best scene is with him and what's the guy? The guy that was in Ferris Bueller. What's his name?
Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, Matthew Broderick. I'm having another brain. Yeah,
Isn't that guy? He got into like some car accident where he killed 2 people in the 80s, I think.
Yes, I remembered that. But he in the movie, him and Jim Carrey got the scene at like, yeah. See, he stalks Matthew Broderick's character to become.
You can see it on the screen, right? I'm showing.
Yeah, see that.
The trailer.
Yeah. Scene that oh my goodness, it's the best scene is when they're at medieval. What was that place called?
Medieval Times.
Yes, where they're at medieval times. Oh my God, that's like that. Sophia and I were like dying laughing because I hadn't seen it in years. This scene is great when he goes out to the basketball court. Yeah, Jim Carrey he's like the best. He is so funny.
Is that Jack Black?
Yes, Jack Black is in it. There's a lot of people in it. Yeah.
I actually learned something about that basketball scene. I was searching it up on TikTok and somebody gave facts about that movie.
Oh yeah.
So I learned that like the basketball was actually edited in because Jim Carrey like did not know how to like dribble a real basketball at all. So instead they just edited.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, Gino's watching
at medieval times.
He's watching the medieval times scene. This is so great. This is so great. They're like, yeah, you have to watch it, Gino. You got to check it out. It's so funny. That's definitely a classic. I knew Sophia would like it. I have to show her this movie because she likes Jim Carrey too, like we do. He was also a generational person, right? Like all 3 of us, big fans. Definitely one of the funniest men of our time. Let's see, what is another one? Oh, you haven't seen yet, House of Gucci. You have to see House of Gucci because there's a lot of good actors in that, and saw that on download recently. But Lady Gaga, for anyone who's a Lady Gaga fan, would really appreciate her role in that. She did a really good job. She even had the accent like perfected, and just it was really good. And I guess she did end up serving a prison, for having the husband killed. But it was a good movie, so.
How about our boy, Al Pacino?
Al Pacino did great. He played, I guess it was the guy's uncle, the husband's uncle. So it wasn't the father-in-law, he was the uncle, the father-in-law's brother. Very good. Very good movie. I said to Bill that I'm glad that they're putting Italians in the movie. Don't you hate when they actually don't use Italian people just playing Italians? It's always annoying. Well, Jared Leto, but hey, although Leto, is he like part Italian? I don't know. I get confused by whatever nationality he is, but he is good in that though, and you don't even know it's him because he's all ended in that fat suit and everything. I don't know. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I don't know about you, but I don't know if I really love all of. I liked him in Black Klansman, but Adam Driver. Are you a fan of his or? Like
I think he looks goofy. I don't remember seeing a movie that he's in off the top of my head. I don't know.
You think of Kylo Ren, like from Star Wars.
Okay, yeah, I never saw those.
Because you're not a Star Wars guy.
No,
but,
yeah.
He did really good at those, but he's also in the costume, and it's just a different. But the things I've seen him in, Black Klansman's the only one I really liked him in. I think. I mean, I don't want to put it. I mean, he was in the show Girls for a long time. We were talking about. He can interject because Sophia was giving her. Did he see House of Gucci? Did you see House of Gucci?
No. You haven't seen any movies in the theater recently, have you, Dad? Yeah. He said he hasn't gone to the theater. Yeah. He just watches, what's on HBO or whatever.
You guys have HBO Max?
Oh, yeah, speaking of HBO
I don't know. I don't think so.
It's gonna be gone soon.
Oh, it's gonna be gone?
Yeah, it's gonna be gone next year.
Oh, Sophia said they're gonna get rid of HBO Max next year. Interesting.
Yeah, and they're canceling a lot of things, mainly
Interesting.
unfortunately. So that's why those two movies that we were talking about last night at dinner got canceled. The Scooby one and that other one.
That's weird.
What came out last year?
HBO usually has a after a
Okay.
I'm going to be checking out a movie tonight. It's a horror film on Peacock.
What is it called?
They Them.
They Them. Peacock.
Yeah.
Come on, why is it called that?
I don't know, but it's got Kevin Bacon and some
Is he
classics.
like is he the bad guy or something?
He must be. Yeah, it looks like it's creepy, so I'm like, I kind of want to check it out. I know you're not a big horror fan like your
Well,
mom.
it looks like there's a bunch of they thems in the movie.
I'm confused as to why it's called they them, because those are just a set of pronouns.
They
that
are,
people use.
but
And nobody actually looks like a certain set of pronouns, but people are comfortable using.
that's true. But I don't. You know what's going over the synopsis? I don't know exactly what it said, but
Nobody technically looks like a they them. Nobody looks like
okay.
pronouns.
Sophia's having
Okay,
a
sure. Yeah, Kevin Bacon
yeah.
is the plays Owen Whistler in this horror film set at an LGBTQIA conversion camp.
Oh, so that's why it's horror, Sophia. That's why it's horror. You could,
He's in
I wanna
a
watch
horror movie as the bad guy or something. I don't know. It just came out on Peacock, I guess. Several queer and trans campers joined him for a week of programming intended to help them find a new sense of freedom. As the camp's methods become increasingly more psychologically unsettling, campers must work together to protect themselves. When a mysterious killer starts claiming victims, things get even more dangerous. And I'm sure Kevin Bacon is the mysterious killer.
I'm sure he is. That's why I said I have to see it because
I don't know. They don't. That's you got to watch the movie.
Yeah, so I'll be streaming that.
He looks weird. He looks like he would be a killer.
He does look like a killer.
Yeah.
I that is mom's. Isn't that mom? That's like mom's Friday night entertainment right there, isn't it? knows.
Yeah, my camera is worse than I was supposed to get a new webcam today that's 60 FPS. My mom's camera looks better than mine, I know, but it just didn't come in yet.
The only movie where Kevin Bacon was the good guy was that.
The Big Worms?
Yeah, he was.
You know this movie where with Big Worms and Kevin Bacon? My dad says there's like 4 or 5 of them.
Tremors?
Tremors?
Yeah.
Tremors, okay.
Yes.
He said that's the only movie in which Kevin Bacon is a good guy.
I remember Tremors. That's a classic. See, your dad and I are the same generation, so.
Well, yeah, you're like the same age.
You remember the old school
My
stuff.
mom and you.
Yeah.
Well, she's like, we both recognize Tremors as a classic, is what she says.
I wouldn't call it a classic.
Hey, but ask him about classic B movie, yeah. Cult classic, tell him.
Cult classic, she says.
Ask him about Footloose.
Now she said, what about Footloose, she says.
The original?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was a good guy.
Yeah.
That's a good one. But that's a good movie, though. I like that movie. I'm actually like a fan
And
of
then
that
somewhere
movie.
along the way, wasn't he in Flatliner?
Flatliners?
Yeah,
Was he in that movie? Yeah.
Yeah, he was in that, and
I don't know if he was.
what's the guy's name that Sutherland? Kiefer Sutherland was also in it.
Kiefer Sutherland, she says.
And Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
My dad always talks about Eric Roberts whenever she comes
Oh,
up.
I like Eric Roberts. Yeah, he's a trip.
Yeah, that thing you sent me, yeah.
You know what's crazy? Like, Eric Roberts' daughter is that, his daughter's an actress, too. What's her name? Emma Roberts.
I guess my mom just said his daughter is also an actress.
Robert?
Yeah, her name's Emma
Emma.
Roberts.
She's cute. Really cute girl.
How old is she?
She is, I think, 29. You have to look her up.
29, okay.
I think so, Emma Roberts. Yeah. He's
No.
up there. Yeah, he's up there, so I'm pretty sure she's 29. Um, I like her. She did a lot of American Horror Stories, of course. So I like horror.
Best of the best. That's what my dad brings up with Eric Roberts.
Yeah, I remember
He
that.
was in.
Um, well, here's ask. Oh my God, you know what? You know what's crazy? She's 31.
Oh, is it? I think that's Cobra.
Paul Cobra.
Um, your dad probably would agree that this is when you feel like.
What do you mean, John? The sound is glitching. My viewer's saying the sound is glitching.
Oh, that's not good. Both of us, or
Well, I don't know. He just said it's glitching. I think it's because like you're not talking continuously, so maybe he thinks.
that's unusual
Can't
for
hear
your
you
mom.
both probably.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that would make sense.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
know.
that's 'cause
I think it's okay because on my end it looks the audio mixer it looks like both of our sound is coming through fine.
I can hear both of us clearly.
Well, no, that's what no, that what this mixer is showing me is what it. I mean, you're saying it might be an internet issue, maybe, but I don't think so.
Or that's
Um,
Maybe, I mean, according to them, yeah, I mean, according to them, it says the bit rate's fine still, so it could be on his end, I guess. There's a lot of moving parts to an online streaming.
moving parts. There's the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs.
You know what he's quoting with that? Did you hear my dad?
Big Lebowski.
so part of what he said, the ins, the outs. What was it?
He's the Big Lebowski.
Oh, the Big Lebowski. Oh, that's
scene.
a classic.
Yeah,
I like
there's
that
a
one,
lot
don't
of
you?
A lot
moving.
of ins and outs, Jackie, ups and downs. I just don't know which way to turn.
I like Jeff
Jackie
Bridges.
Treehorn.
Yeah,
Yes,
I like Jeff Bridges.
love Jeff Bridges. He's one of my favorites for sure.
I like
He's a
the
great
guy.
actor. Yeah, there's only one movie I didn't like him in, and that was called The Vanishing.
What is that about?
Oh, that was creepy. Sandra Bullock. Your dad would remember. It's where he kidnaps Sandra Bullock and kills. She was Kiefer Sutherland's girlfriend in the movie.
You said it's called The Vanishing?
Yeah, I don't know if your dad
Hold on,
remembers that one. But
he went away, but I want to
We
get
did.
water. I want to get some water real quick.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what she says, so.
as creepy as you know what, Matt.
Yeah.
I just stopped
My
myself.
favorite movie with Jeff Bridges is Tron Legacy, I think.
Oh yeah, Tron. I love you some Tron, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was God, that was from the 90s, the early 1990s, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. You know what's really crazy, you know, like some of these movies that we think about are like, we were like your age. I mean, yikes, you know?
Are you
Just
saying
like-
you're old?
Jeez. Well, listen, it's funny because like that's something that I was talking about with your grandma. Like I go, I'm seeing these people. Speaking of like Emma Roberts, she's 31. I said, I'm like seeing these people's like children, like you know, grown, acting, and it's like, how old does that make me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh God. I know it's hard. It's hard, you know, because I know I act your age most of the time, but sometimes you're more mature than I am. Facts, right? It's like facts. No, I know. Sometimes I think I'm 25 still, and then you have to put me in my place, you know. just remind me, like, no, we can't be the same age, Mom. That's impossible. So, gotta flip that age around, huh? Yeah. But, yeah. That's reality, huh? That's reality. What was that?
Do something.
No, it just made this noise like.
Oh, that was me. I stopped watching because you were sharing your screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hmm?
Only the
You hear that, Momo?
and I have no idea.
Oh, I like ZZ Top.
You like that song?
Yeah, give me all your love, all your hugs and kisses too. Yeah, no one expects me to be singing. They're probably like, stop, please don't do that again. Sophia's not over here going, shut up, stop. Yeah, she's funny like that. Yeah. Gino just lets me be my weird self most of the time. I mean, she doesn't mind sometimes, but as long as it's not like around any of her peers. Yeah.
Well, should we get into more global news or what?
Yeah, I guess we can move to the global sector.
It's not political. It's just what's happening.
Yeah, we just yeah, we don't want to get into politics.
U.S. declares monkeypox a public health emergency. Beats me. But Michael
declaring a
Strahan
public
is the one
health
delivering
emergency
it. So.
with more than 7,000 patients confirmed
Yeah,
nationwide.
isn't that
On
interesting?
Good Morning America.
Clinic where the vaccine is available here in New York City.
I mean, what exactly is monkeypox? Like, I'm really
I don't know.
confused as to.
I just heard it was like sexually transmitted. That's all I heard.
Oh, jeez. Stop having sex with monkeys.
I don't think it's from monkeys.
I'm kidding. It's my sixth sense of humor. Sorry, just my sixth sense of humor. What can I say? Sophia's in the background laughing too. She's like, "Oh my god." She's like, "That was weird." Okay, fine. I will try not to be so twisted.
You look like a chicken though. I never had it either. I got my vaccination. Chicken pox, my dad brought up.
Oh, chicken pox. Yeah, that was. Yeah, you know what's really interesting? I was talking to a friend, and she doesn't think that we had the vaccine. I don't know. Amazon Hoover.
Yeah, Amazon buys the Roomba makers. The Roomba, the little floor vacuums, the automatic ones. Maybe.
Amazon.
No, it's that. What's his bucket? What's the Amazon guy? Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, Bezos. Dr. Evil.
No, I don't think he sold it.
Yeah, he's like isn't he like the richest man in the world, Jeff Bezos?
I thought that was Musk, or maybe I'm.
Was it Elon Musk? Okay.
I mean, they're probably battling all the time.
Well, they are for their rocket ships to space too. Yeah, I know.
Well, I just know that a bunch of Bezos' net worth got chipped off from that divorce he went through, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He had to give a pretty
married
penny.
some girl before he got famous or money. Yeah, I think she already got it. Yeah, she became like one of the richest people in the world just from that.
Yeah, just from that divorce. Can you imagine what she cleaned up? Yeah,
This is a funny little headline. Prominent scientist posts an image of a distant star he said was taken by the Webb telescope, but it was actually just a slice of chorizo. Yeah, here's the picture.
It's a chorizo.
I mean, you could tell when you hear that it's chorizo, it looks like chorizo. So.
That is so funny.
You can see it if you want.
Oh god.
He's like, look at this picture of a star.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. What a moron. Love it.
I
Like,
don't know.
oh,
I mean, I don't know how long we wanted our first run to be. I know I said somewhere around an hour. We're only at like 35 minutes right now, so.
well, we can talk a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Something
Well, I mean, we had like a skeleton, you know. We kind of just went through various points. We started it
Yeah.
off with baseball and talking about Vin Scully and that. Well, you know how we met him in Colorado and stuff like that. How he's like
he was
the voice of baseball. Yeah, he's a very personable guy.
voice
How is he not the voice of baseball?
because he didn't do national.
He called the World Series multiple
And
times.
so is Jack Buck.
Yeah,
Why
but
isn't
nobody
Jack
likes
Buck the
him.
voice of baseball?
Because no one likes him. He's the voice of
You're the
football, if
only one
anything,
that
right?
doesn't like him.
Is Joe Buck baseball or football in your mind?
Oh, yeah, I think football with Joe Buck for sure.
My mom says football, so.
What football?
He's literally America's game week after week, and he does the Super
I
Bowl.
thought America.
That's
Chris
Sunday Night
Collinsworth.
Football. Fox does America's Game of the Week, and that's Joe Buck.
Yeah, Joe Buck is. Yeah, I think of him as a football guy. He does do some baseball.
Watch it. The Chargers.
Um,
Watch back.
one of my viewers said that the chorizo looked like something from the Naruto anime, the Sharingan Moon. Kind of funny. Yeah. Actually, let me bring up a picture of that to show.
Probably does.
It
There
does
you
look
go.
like that. It does look like that. It does. Yeah. It does look like that, kid.
Well, you'll see the same thing if you eat chorizo, I guess.
Yep. Ooh, yummy. Are we gonna do our finish up with our restaurant reviews? Yes.
We can do.
Food. We like talk about food. We're two Italians. For those that don't know, I'm sure
Mhm.
everybody knows. Everybody does. I said everybody does. Everybody does.
Everybody does.
Everybody knows. Gina and Gino, it should be obvious. Gina Marie and Gino Anthony. It's like, how can you get.
I think I just got the email that my webcam came in right now, so.
Sweet. Well,
I
the
don't know if
next
I-
one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for
Get it,
sure.
the next one. Yeah, because I'm thinking that we could do this as a weekly thing to start off instead of, what do you think?
That's not just a weekly thing. That's a lot, but I mean, if you can manage to come up with stuff to talk about for every week, I guess.
Let's or we could start off with every other week. I don't know, like what your opinion is, but I think, or get an opinion from your fans that are watching. What do they think?
Well, right now we just got the one because I'm not playing the game that everyone wants to watch me play. No one has apparently no one has an interest in the streamer themselves, just in Hearthstone. So
Into the game. Well,
I just was saying how nobody came into the stream because I'm not playing Hearthstone. It says it right on the thing for. Yeah.
Well, we could try to promote. I'll try to promote us too.
Well, they're following me. Why would they follow me if they didn't want to watch me?
Doing something. They have to be. Because
You're saying it's niche?
mind and open mind. Got a specific. They're going.
Well, the thing about it is so many Hearthstone streamers went on to do other things, and they have.
They also had a bigger. Did it for a while. dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got time. We got time to build it up.
For like,
It's okay. It'll build up, right? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
John in my chat just says, no opinion from me. I usually just watch to pass time until I fall asleep.
Oh,
And
great!
that's what I tell other people. I think most people just use my stream as a sleeping aid. They fall asleep to my stream.
Oh, jeez.
I guess people find me that boring. I don't know. No one said that specifically. Because this guy said he passes time like before he goes to sleep watching my stream. Yeah. No, he doesn't. He didn't come from Hearthstone. He came from on his own from a different community that a different streamer. No, I know you don't mean it like that. I was making a joke. There's several cultural barriers between us because yeah.
oh, okay. I'll get it.
Okay. I believe he's from Syria and he lives in Sweden. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wild. Yeah, that's quite a cultural. I mean, wow, way different. You know. Does he like Sweden?
All right. Anyways, I love mac and cheese. Right? That's where we
Yeah,
were.
we'll finish up with our food review. Oh no, now there's a cat across the
Hey,
screen. That's
show the cat. Show a cat. We're seeing some of the cat. Let's see her. See her face.
show you the cat. Hey everybody, here's Gracie. There's Gracie.
Is she struggling?
Struggling. Gracie, look at the camera. Look at the camera, Gracie.
Hi, Gracie.
This is our friend Gracie.
You had Katie over there earlier, didn't you?
She was on the computer. We have
Yeah.
two cats over here in the desert, in the desert land. Hi.
Oh, John
She's a
says
good
he'll be 19 in a couple hours. Happy birthday, John.
Oh, happy birthday, John. 19. Wow. You're a youngster.
Are you doing
Yeah.
anything exciting for your birthday? Maybe have yourself a bowl of mac and cheese.
Yeah, if you come out to the desert, you can get
That's a long trek though.
Yeah, Palm Springs is far from where you're at, but this is a good place, huh? You know, you got to enjoy.
It was
this with
pretty
us.
good.
month.
I don't think I necessarily go out of my way to eat there because I feel like if you got just a restaurant mac and cheese from, you go to Cheesecake Factory or something, it's probably going to be pretty on par. But, I guess technically this would be a little cheaper than that, but it's also the way they serve it is it feels cheaper too,
Yeah, because it's more
a-
like takeout place. Like
yeah,
that
it's
kind
a tiny little joint,
That's a tiny little joint, and it's
The
not
thing
like,
that was good to me was you could see this picture where they mix stuff into it, and then I had a sandwich. The sandwich was pretty solid, I think.
Yeah, you and Sophia both had one of the sandwiches. Like she had a grilled cheese, you had a grilled cheese.
And then
They put mac and cheese inside the sandwich, didn't they? That
yeah,
was
they
funny.
did. And then they had the tater tots were decent, I guess. Well, I think it came with little tater tots.
Yeah, those tater tots. I did try one of those that you had. I just did the straight mac and cheese, which was decent. It was like the house mac and cheese. But yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. And that's out here in Palm Springs. I know there's a lot of good eateries, but that was something that Gino got to enjoy with us. So it was a place I
Well,
definitely
it was
wanted.
my younger sister's idea, right?
Yep, because she likes.
Look
mac
at
and
all the locations they have. They actually have a lot of
Oh.
locations.
Wow, nationwide. I had
Yeah.
no idea they were nationwide. That's interesting. It's interesting.
Apparently, there's one not too close. Where is this? Near the airport, I guess. El Segundo, Manhattan Beach.
Oh, okay. A little further up from you, but yeah,
I
probably
guess
close
that
to
would
you.
that would be the closest, yeah.
you, yeah. Closer to where you used to live when you lived in, not Pasadena. What is that area? Glendale area. Yeah, so that was good. I think you're right. It's more of a Sophia type of joint, more of it for the kids. But I would rate it. I'll give it a 7.5. That's my rating.
That's fair, I think.
7.5. Now, in your neck of the woods, down at the beach, True Food Kitchen. That's where your Aunt Leanne works.
Yeah.
I was impressed. That was a really good.
It's very trendy joint, I would say.
Very trendy.
The other day I told you I went to see her, right, on Monday, and I ended up getting a hamburger protein style, so no bun, and a kale salad it came with. And I have to say, the burger was done like medium well or so. It was very good burger, actually.
It's very high quality food there. Very high quality food, and
I think you have to be if you're going to be in that location, you know.
Yeah. Gino's down in the very fancy area of Newport, the Fashion Island area, and it's very nice down there, people. For those who don't know, but I was impressed, and I know she does make some great signature cocktails, which is something fun too. She made us a couple drinks, and we had some really good appetizers when we were there with you a few months ago. But I can imagine the whole menu was pretty good. You know, the high quality food.
Yeah, and again, they have trendy stuff like one of the items she recommended to me was it's a Korean noodle dish, but instead of noodles, it's like sweet potato glass noodles or something.
Oh, trippy.
Yeah.
It's trippy. Yeah,
John says, any suggestions for my birthday since I will be on my own? I don't know, what's something fun to do on your own for your birthday?
Gosh.
And you're 19, so, you know.
Yeah, you can't go to a bar or anything.
Well,
like
I don't
that.
know. What's the drinking age in Sweden? Drinking age in Sweden. 18, so he can if he wanted to. But
Yeah. Just be careful. Don't have too much. Be responsible, John.
He said he's probably going to stream Genshin Impact in the afternoon. That was a game I used to play quite a bit of for a time.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, play some games. Trying to put my mind into a young man's
Yeah, he
head.
said he moved out on his own from his parents with the side of after he broke up from his girlfriend, though, so...
Oh, at least you're on your own. Congratulations. That's a big step for somebody as young as you. So I'm impressed. I didn't leave home till I was 22, so I on my own. I was with your dad, how'd you know? So I never technically, I think, ever lived by myself, and that's on the real. Because after your dad and I split, I lived with your grandparents, which you remember, because I took you with me, obviously. And so, gosh, I'm kind of envious. So good for you, John, because you need to have that time to be, on your own, be a bachelor. Don't settle down for a long, long time. Take it from those of us that know. Gino knows. He knows better. He's not going to do that. Well, you and your dad are like bachelors. It's just the two of you, so, right? It's not like anybody else is around. But I would say True Food Kitchen is very high quality. I would give it at least a 9. I'd give it 9 stars. I thought it was really good.
I don't know if I would go as far as 9. I think I'd have to try more of the menu items, but I mean, it's at least an 8, I would say.
Yeah, at least an 8 because of the atmosphere, the service, the food, the quality, the area, just like, I'm just saying overall. Okay, I say 8.5 overall. I'll say
all right,
8.5.
That's fair.
Okay, we'll go with that. Yeah, well, speaking of restaurants, I was speaking to your grandparents. We're going to be down there a week from tomorrow. So she's mentioning Finbar's. Speaking of a restaurant, what do you think of maybe, if you can, meet us down there? Or
Oh, you're saying you're going to be going out this way?
We'll be down. Yeah, we'll be down your way in a week from tomorrow. So maybe we can hit
yeah.
Finbar's. That's one of our classic
I'll
restaurants.
see my schedule, but if I can go, I guess I'll go.
I would definitely rank Finbar's pretty high. It's definitely it's a good place to eat. Great Italian food, right, Gino? Great Italian food.
Yeah. I mean, One of those joints we've been to for a long time, basically.
Long time. Yeah, long time before your sister was born. Yeah, I definitely am all over that. But see, I'm not going to do like your grandma. She always gets the same thing, the bolognese. She always wants to eat the same exact dish every time she goes. But we'll have to cheat on that day. Have some pasta, I guess. I don't know. I feel like
I had
can't.
a slice of bread today. I've been.
I love it. Okay. All right. That's okay. You're doing. Well, I'll wait till we're off the camera to talk about.
Well, you can't well, talk about it.
I can. I guess I can, but I don't want to make this broadcast about myself.
Well, what do you mean? It's just the two of us. Why can't it be about you?
It is about the two. No, but I guess we could talk. Finish up speaking. Food ties into our program. I like to rave about the weight loss that we both have achieved so far, and Gino, I want to brag how much my son has put me on this, or got me turned onto this program that he has done. It's cured me of hives. I was getting hives from the end of summer last year, and I was getting them all the way through the beginning of the year. I mean, just off and on. Being someone of my age, of course, hormonally driven probably, but he had turned me onto intermittent fasting, which I know is a big thing for a lot of people. I would tell anybody out there that, I recommend intermittent fasting. It's amazing. And you feel good, you feel better. Cutting down on all the carbs. Some people call it keto. If you can call it, if you want, you can call it keto. But it's pretty much cutting out all the the pastas, the breads, sugars. We all, Gino knows we don't need sugar. Sugar's the enemy. Now he knows mom's had an issue.
Added sugars. I mean,
yeah,
stuff that's in fruit and all that.
Yeah. You got to watch the booze, people. Okay. You can't be doing that. But that's been hit and miss for his mom, but we won't go there. That's a different topic, right? No, but I would say that it's something that I would recommend to people. And no, what I was saying is I'm glad that I did progress photos from a year ago, when I first started, not on the program that Gino has, him and I now do together, but when I was just making a conscious effort to get COVID weight off people, which I think a lot of us have that problem, right? A lot of us did. And I just, I'm glad I took progress photos, because I decided yesterday to take current pictures, because it's exactly a year from, and your grandma was like, wow. She could see in my bathing suit. So she could see, she goes, yeah. I go, you know what? That really motivates me, because I think Gino's right. Now I just need to really concentrate on the weight, so I can get those abs, like you were saying, because at least my stomach was flat, and I was like, whoa. Last year I did I was laughing at the back rolls. It was just not cute. But you've lost 36 pounds or something crazy like that?
About 30, yeah.
I mean, I know you've lost a lot. So, it's something that I know you and I love to, because anytime people come to me about, and it's like I have a girlfriend, Lulu, who I was telling you about the other day. Her and I are 100% on the same page. I mean, and you even agreed. Age is not an excuse to say, oh, it doesn't matter. No, it does, people. Do you want to age well, or do you want to go to crap? We want to look good and feel good, and it doesn't matter what age you are, right? Age is just a number. So, yeah, I would say my son, Gino, he's the man, because it's really improved a lot of areas of my life. But I was very happy about just because I think the progress really did step up the minute that I switched to what you're doing. Because I know, and that would have probably been at the end of April, right after I saw you when we went down for spring break. I'm sure it was around that time that I kind of really dove in, and I definitely would tell anybody that. And you can go to these restaurants, speaking of restaurants, and you can find food, like you mentioned, your protein style burger, have a salad instead of French fries, right?
I don't even know if they do French fries there.
Yeah, I don't know if they did either. I don't remember. But
Because I remember the options was like a kale salad and something else, or a little bit of both. I didn't really want whatever the something else was anyway, so I just went
that's
with the
right.
salad.
Yeah. So and kale, of course, is very healthy. But I know a lot of people don't love kale. So there's ways and you put it in smoothies if you don't want to eat it like raw, like just by itself or in a salad.
Well, I mean, I had it doctored up with dressing and cheese on top of it.
You get your dressing and your cheeses. Yeah,
Well,
you can do that.
I didn't. That was just the way it came. I just ate it how it came.
Well, that's the thing that's nice too about the style that Gino and I eat, and you can still have cheese. It's not like paleo where those diets they don't allow you to have any dairy at all. Let me see, like what's another thing? We primarily keeping out the grains is a big thing for sure, isn't it? I think the grains are what bloat the heck out of you. Let's be real. Grains are like, they're not good. But no, I had to brag about them. I'm like, oh, I got to tell Gino because that really does like motivate me even stronger. Because I mean, seeing the progress I'm really happy I actually took those pictures. I mean, it was hard for me a year ago to do that, but it was a good thing, So I'm gonna continue down my path because, I mean, you got how many more you said for your goal? Like you wanted to get down like another.
From where I am right now, like 15, and then I'll reevaluate what I want to do with myself when I get there.
For me, it's like this. Would you say 7? You were talking about for me another 7 something. But I definitely am listening to you. I didn't tell you I did a kettlebell workout yesterday. That was nice. 10-pounder. I used a 10-pounder. I got to be careful though with those. Call them gunslingers, where you like hold out so I could feel it. I could feel the weight of the kettlebell. But yeah, I mean, that's something that I definitely wanted to talk about. Like as far as like something I feel really, passionate about, and that's health, and that's something I know Gino does feel passionate about too, and it makes a difference, and that's why we are who we are. I'm sorry, I'm turning this like into some kind of philosophical discussion now, so let's end it there. Let's stop.
Do we have an outro that we want to?
Yeah. How should we do the outro? That's something that I hadn't even gone over. Gosh, this is because it's such a test run. This first. You know what we could do? Because when we do get more viewership or followers, like any questions, like people can type in questions.
Oh, live callers.
Yeah, live callers. What do you think? We'll have it like
start answering questions in the chat room.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we should do that. Now, should we do it during the show or at the end? Like,
I kind of was doing that as John was dropping stuff in there, so that's what I was thinking anyway. If anyone had something outstanding to say, I would be like, oh, so and so says this. So.
Yeah, you're right. I guess we should let people just interject during whatever topic we're discussing.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing about it being, live at this, while we do post. Because I mean, for the people that see it after the fact, that incentivizes them to come see it live too.
Yes. Hey, is there a way I could and that would get you more subscriptions too, but like get it out to people I know or talk to people.
Yeah, why not? You can show it to them, send it to them.
Yeah, because I was thinking about.
I mean, and if you want this on your YouTube or whatever, you'll have to. We'll have to go over some like tech, because you can give me editor rights over your YouTube channel, and I could just upload it to your channel.
Oh, can you do that? So what do I need to do on my end so that you can put this on YouTube?
Should we do that on air, or not on air, but on the recording, or should we do that afterward?
Do it after, yeah. We don't want people falling asleep. Speaking of that. Yeah, okay. All right, so then I guess this wraps up our first show. Now, as far as like exiting, I guess we could just say, what should we say? Like something like, thanks everyone for joining us, and we appreciate your follows and subscribe. Like people do on channels. Like we appreciate your follows, your subscriptions.
I mean, that's another thing that a lot of streamers do is that they go over like at least on YouTube they call them super chats, where they like read the donation messages at the end. But
yes, I hear.
That's another thing. Should I if somebody comes in with a donation, do we want to do that live or do we wait on those? Like.
Yeah, we should do them live. I mean, I don't
Okay.
see why not.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but I mean that's what I say when I end stream. Thanks everyone for watching, the follows, etc.
yes, that's a good way to wrap it up. Thank you everyone for your follows, your subscriptions. Donations, everything. We'll just kind of wrap it up that way. And I'm Gina, and this is like you said, I'm Gino. You announce yourself. I don't have to announce you. So I'm Gina.
I'm Gino. Well, I mean, my online identity is that I'm Lunox. So on my stream, I'm Lunox, but I guess, for the podcast, I'm Gino. So.
You're Gino for the podcast, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, just like I'm not Mama G. That sounds like a pizza joint. Yeah, it's Mama G. It's Mama. I mean, I could be. You want me to change my handle to Mama G? But that would make us not the G&G Podcast, though.
What do you mean? You're still the G.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, I guess so. Hey, you want me to go by Mama G?
It doesn't. You do whatever you want to do.
I will. You want me to do it? Because originally it was going to be your sister involved in it anyway. Remember? So, because you and her are my kids, I'm your mom. So, all right, I'm Mama G. How's that sound?
Okay.
Mama G, coming at ya. Mama G. Mama G here. I mean, I think about all the YouTube channels I follow that they have made up names or like you said, your Lennox, just. But on here, do you want to refer to yourself? Or do you just want to say this?
Well, I mean, when people address me, especially when they're talking to me, I would prefer they just call me by my name, but like.
That's what I thought.
Once I get known as Lunox, like, I guess I don't mind being called that.
Okay. All right. Well, just then that's how we'll introduce us. I'm Mama G. This is Gino. We'll just do it that way. Although I like to say my name too, because it's like.
Well, then say your name.
Yeah. I'm just Gina. Just Gina. That's what I used to say in radio back in the day when I was in radio in college. This is just Gina here. They didn't like my last name because they thought Del Favaro was just
You're too ethnic.
Yeah, it was too ethnic. Ethnicities weren't popular like they are now. Now it's like, oh, it's cool. It's cool. Everybody's, But not back then. And Italian names or anything like that was too hard to say. They were like, nope. Like this guy, there was a guy that was a teacher at the college, and he had to change he ripped off Tony Bennett. He went by Mike Bennett. That was his thing. But isn't it, I think Tony Bennett's like Benedetto or something, I think. I think he just chopped off like part of his name to make it Bennett, if I'm not mistaken. But on that note, yeah, so that's how we'll close it. We'll just say thank you for the subscriptions, the follows, the donations especially.
If you're on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe to both of our channels.
Yes, and that's we give our channel names or just.
Well, I mean, they're gonna be on the channels if they're watching it on YouTube. You're saying
okay.
People aren't gonna watch it live and then go watch it again. I don't know.
You're right. So we'll say. So you'll be able to upload me live when we're doing it on YouTube.
No, it's not gonna be live on your end.
Okay, not on mine, but on yours it will be.
To your
okay,
channel.
For you, you'll be able to do that. Okay, but yeah, that's what I'll say. Like, subscribe to the channels. Yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already. That's how I think is a good way to close it. Because I'm kind of copying people I follow. Like, thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, if you can set it up on your end to be live on your YouTube channel, you can do that, but that's going to require you to do it on your end. So.
Got it. Well, I think we don't have to do it that way to start. Maybe down the road I could, if we do pick up,
Yeah.
People. That would
I mean,
be
well,
it
doesn't hurt to know how to do it either. So.
Yeah, I think I should have your sister show me some ways to things too, because I need help. Mom is so out of it with technology. I really need help, But I'm learning, learning from you young folks. So that's helpful. It's helpful. All right then, that's good. I think it was good for a first trial run, And then when we get off here, you can, help me do the YouTube thing. And I do that from the computer too? Or how will that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
We could just stay on the Discord call and I can show you what to do.
Okay. All right. So again, there we'll close out the podcast.
All right, so are we saying our goodbyes now?
All right, we're signing off. Thank you for following, and thank you, John, for watching. If you're still awake, enjoy your birthday. Happy birthday! Shout out. Happy birthday. And I guess that's it for us.
All right.
Ina?
See you, people. I'm gonna be
See ya.
streaming. I'm gonna take a break, but I'll stream myself playing games in a little bit. So.
You get to check out his game later. Right.